to my channel, Life, Law, Bin. Hi everybody, welcome back to Pursuing the LLB or Studying Law Part 2. So we ended last video on structuring the LLB, on the structure of the LLB program at both UE and at Newcastle where I study. Now I think the next thing that we need to address is extracurricular activities. And I would personally say that from the time you start your degree, you should definitely start getting involved in extracurricular activities. So get involved in mooting. If there's a debating society, join that as well. To me, you want to start building your CV. What do you think, Art?
I agree with you, and UE offers a wide variety of extracurricular activities. There is debate club, there are other clubs like Key Club. I can't remember all of them. There are so many clubs, but there are all clubs that exposes you not only, so if you're doing law, you're accustomed to seeing your law students, but when you join these other clubs, you get exposed to other students from other disciplines. Like for debate club, you have the political science students who you're exposed to and you get to create bonds with. And I was in the debate club, I was in the moot club, but that didn't hold up well at my university. But there are other mooting competitions that you can join. There aren't that many, but there is a third-year course that's called International Mooting, which you can join. It's optional, and you get to represent the university abroad. There's China, there's Washington, a various amount of places. What else? Oh, right. There are island associations. So like I previously mentioned, UE is very diverse. You have people from all over the Caribbean. You also have people who come from America, like Canada, those places. And the Island Association, what they do is that they showcase the culture of each Caribbean country. So I'm Guyanese, and I was the president of the Guyanese Students Association, and what we usually do is that we hold a cultural night, we hold a give back day where we volunteer and give back to Barbados or the university. We have panel discussions, so you have eminent speakers coming in and speaking to us. You have food day, my favorite day, food day, where you have people, different countries and island associations showcasing their food, and you get to purchase the food. There are so many things you could do, and then one of the really fun things too is that every week at UE there is a party. Every single week there is a party, and each party is unique because it's catered to each island or each country. So you get to, when you go to these parties, you get to list mainly their songs play. Each Caribbean, whether it's soca, dancehall, it's catered to their culture. So when you go there, you get to eat their food. Obviously, you have to buy them their food. You hear their music, and the dances, and the party is so lively because, for example, Jamaica, like the Jamaican Students Associations, when you go to their parties, you have the Jamaican students coming out and doing their dances, teaching you how to do their native dances. So I think that is one of the most amazing experience for me.
Okay, very cool. And I think I'm glad that you kind of identified that and kind of highlighted it, because law students tend to think that the only extracurricular activities that we should be focused on are things that will primarily build our legal skills, whether that's advocacy, oral advocacy, etc. But I think it's very important that you get involved in extracurricular activities, which are basically non-legal, because it also shows that you have layers to your personality. You are very three-dimensional. You want to also put these things on your CV, because I think it's very important to note that you're a well-rounded person. And I think we've covered most things about the extracurricular activities. The next thing I want to focus on is this whole thing of critical analysis, this is a bit more serious now. You're actually in the law degree, you will require the skills of researching, not only finding the law, but easily evaluating the law, finding issues with the law, pointing out the law, and even sometimes offering remedies or solutions to the law. Now, I find that a lot of us as law students think that we have it covered in terms of our critical analysis skills, but I would always say it's a work in progress.
Definitely.
And it's very easy to be descriptive on an essay rather than, really engaging critically. What do you think?
I agree. Law, some people don't realize that law isn't simply about regurgitating, picking up the textbook, studying and putting back what you read on the paper. It takes more than that. If you want to get the A's, you need to actually critically analyze. You need to identify the mishaps, the ambiguities, and the disadvantages of laws. You just can't just put back what you've read. You won't know. That's not what you should be doing.
Yeah, and I think the beauty in law is that we have the ability to create arguments. So just know that when you are arguing for a particular side, there is also an opposing argument which can be quite good as well. So when I say critical analysis, I mean unpacking key concepts. When you read academic commentary, have you challenged what the scholar is saying? Do you agree? Why do you agree? You need to start trying to figure out if there are any nuances within the scholar's piece. Did you see something else in the literature that you thought could complement this, or it opposes it? For example, how can you basically bring the two perspectives together and basically engage fully? So when people say critical analysis, they also mean more engagement with the case law, more engagement with the judgment. And law students, I don't mean going on lawstudent.net or law for sixth form, because sometimes you don't get the actual engagement. What did the judge say? Why did the judge say it like that? How can you also use it to make a sound argument in another case? Because we know that sometimes the facts will not be exactly the same or similar enough. So I think that that's very, very, very key, critical for you to hone when pursuing a law degree.
Yes, and this is very important because as law students, we don't often realize that we can create the future. What we argue, what we put forward before a judge, that can actually create the future legal landscape. So an example would be let's say homosexuality, for example. Right now in the Caribbean, that's illegal. And right now, my hair is bothering me. He's gonna cut that. Right now, that's illegal, but the law can actually, you as a law student, one day being a lawyer, one day being a judge, you can change that. If that's something you honestly believe should be changed, and then you can change that. And then you have authors or writers who don't believe like it should change, so that's why it's critical to be able to form your own opinion, know what's the way forward, identify the mishaps, look at how far the law has traveled, what is the law now, how has it been in the past. All of these things will make you a well-rounded law student, and also it will the future of law will be in better hands.
Well, thank you, Artie. I really enjoyed this discussion. Thanks for coming, and I'll see you guys on the next video.